Welcome back to MKE Gadgets. One of the questions I get asked quite often from family and friends that know I have a YouTube channel, and they say, where do I come up with all these projects? Well, the question is really the answer from family and friends. So a friend recently dropped off this receiver, and he wants this tab welded on here, approximately there. Feels like this has been powder coated, and the receiver's been powder coated, and we'll have to bevel this so we can get some weld in there. This is a great project for the Rhino welding cart because all this needs to be positioned and clamped real well so it doesn't bend. If you would just place this here and weld a bead along here, this would weld up. So you have to clamp it and weld in different areas so the heat transfers evenly. And that's what today's project is all about. A few videos ago, I showed all the swag I got from FabTech, and this wheel is one of them. It's kind of like a Scotch-Brite, and I'm going to try to remove the powder coat. So here's the tab I'm going to weld. First thing I got to do is remove the powder coat from around this edge. On the side of my Rhino cart, I got a 90-degree adapter. We're just going to slide in here, tighten it down. This is going to get loud and dirty, so make sure you have safety glasses on and some hearing protection. We'll try this out and see how it works on powder coat. I had no problem taking off the powder coat. I'll work around this edge, and I'll do the same thing on the receiver. I'll do that off camera. With the powder coat removed from the tab and the receiver, it's now time to put a little bevel on here. So for that, I'm going to try this wheel. I don't know if it's going to be aggressive enough, but we'll just try to put a little bevel on there, and if it doesn't work, we'll get out a more aggressive wheel. That worked a lot better than I thought it would. I'll bevel all the way around here, off camera. So with the tab chamfered all the way around, it's now time to find a location and clamp it down. I have this kit from Fireball Tools, and the first thing you're gonna notice, it comes in a really nice box, keeps it airtight, and it has all these blocks in here. Let me pull some out. So these blocks have magnets in them, and they all come in different sizes. These are 2 inches. Down below here, I have 2 3-inchers. These are 1/4 inch, so let's see if we put 2 of them underneath there. Still a little bit too low. Let's try some 3/8 ones. Still a little low. 1/2 inch. Half inch are a little too tall. Let's try 1/4 and 3/16. Let's go back to half. After trying a few different combinations, I believe the 1/2 inch is the best fit. Give me even gap on top and bottom. And as Goldilocks once said, just right. I'm gonna go with my small combination square in there and just kind of check to make sure I'm at a 90, and it looks like I am. And I got enough powder coat removed all the way around. A couple of clamps. Now the trick when you're using a lot of clamps like this is make sure you can get your torch in there and weld. Because you can clamp this thing down so well, but you can't get your torch in there. Believe me, I know that from experience. With everything clamped tight, I'll check it one more time with my combination square. And that looks to be at a 90. I'll look at it from the top down and from every angle to make sure I'm not missing anything. Next, we got to do a little welding. So I did walk around and I found that these two pieces were not in line. So I had to move this one a little bit forward, just a little bit. That's why you want to look at all areas, all vantage points, because it might look straight here, but you go on the other side and it might be crooked. So now it's time to weld this. Now we have to wait for this to cool off, and then I'll flip it around and do the other side. So about 20 minutes have passed by, and I got my temperature gauge here, and it says it's 80 degrees, and the table's 68. I don't know, it doesn't feel 80 to me. It's definitely cool, I can touch it. So now we gotta flip it upside down and do the same thing with the blocks. So over here, I have two sets of blocks, a 3-inch block and a 1/4 inch on top of it. And here I have a 2-inch block with 3/8 on top of it. Everything's clamped and tight. Just gotta fill in the last weld, let it cool, and we'll be done. So it's 399 degrees, right around 300 degrees. We'll let that cool off before we do anything. So with it all welded up and painted, it's all finished and I can return it to my friend. Earlier in the video, I mentioned Fireball Tools, and they make these great setup welding blocks. They're magnetic, they're precision ground. This is not a sponsorship. It's something I have bought and something I really enjoy working with. Very high quality. Same as the table. This is a Rhino Cart welding table. Again, not sponsored. It's a product I have and a product I use, and it made my life a whole lot easier. Using these two products on this project really made it easy. It clamped everything. The weld didn't move. I really appreciate you viewing. Check out my other over 140 videos. Please support my channel by subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And give me a thumbs up if you think I deserve it. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.